Good morning. Hey, everybody. It is Rob Hoback. Welcome to episode number 79 in our Daily Discipline series. It is the third day of 2019. Got a lot to talk about today. Hey, sorry I'm late. I tell you all the excuses, but nobody really cares. We're here. That's all that matters, right? So let's start with my I ams. My ams. I am perfectly flawed, right? The longer I go through this, I talk to people and everybody's, oh man, I do that too. I do this. I watch all these videos. Guess what? We're all messed up, right? All of us have this version of ourselves, a higher version that we know is possible, yet because we're humans, right? We mess it up, and that stresses us out because we're lazy, we have head trash, whatever it is, right? Don't worry about it. Everybody's in here. And if you're showing up here, we'll figure this stuff out together, right? So, moving on. Today is Lil Ricco's first birthday. Whoa, what? Happy birthday, brother. That's my sister's little guy. His name's actually Isaiah, but he looks like a little Rico to me. His dad's name's Rico. Anyway, so happy birthday, Lil Ricco. I just checked. Fear, still a liar. Do not like that guy. What I want to talk about today is the difference between giving back and giving it all back, right? Those are two different things, and how we can learn the difference. So, story time. Back in the day when I started hanging out with Precious, we would go to the same place all the time. What was the name of that place? The Polo Grounds in Bridgeport, Illinois. And we'd sit there and we'd have lunch, and he'd tell me, like, bro, you got a lot going on over there, a lot of good stuff. You don't even recognize it. That's okay. This is normal, but you got to give back. And so I've shared this with Presh, right? This is not news. I can't tell you how many times I left there and I was vibrating differently, and I knew that I felt good, but there were some things that Precious would say to me that just didn't make sense. And so in my mind, I'm like, look, he's an old man. This is what old people do. Is they get towards the end, they realize their mortality. They're like, oh, I should start giving stuff back, this, that, and the other. And I discarded that as that's what old people say. But then, there were a couple of instances where I did give back, and then it came back to me. I was like, oh my gosh, did that really just happen? And like, yeah, you knew it would be this way. So giving back is not the same as giving it all back. Giving it all back is when we are blessed, like a big blessing, like a big truck gives us a big blessing financially, right? Whether we want a deal, whatever. We got a bunch of money all at once. Boom. What do I do with it? Well, the first thing pops in my mind, act like you've been there before. But if you've never been there before, everybody in your circle's never been there before. If you're operating in a silo and you don't talk it through, it is very, very common to just give it all back, right? We talk about this, about how we don't see ourselves for who we really are. We have this vision of ourselves that is different, either good or bad, and it's unrealistic. And so we consult with that person. They're like, man, you don't deserve that money. What the hell did you do to get that money? You should just give it back, right? Just waste it, whatever. It doesn't matter. Easy come, easy go, right? That's not acting like you've been there before. It's the rich dad, poor dad, right? And so the question is, all right, well, how do I know what to do? Well, ask somebody. Ask somebody in your circle of trust, right? That you can say, hey, look, I just got a big ass blessing over here. I don't know what to do with it, right? Make sure you're asking the person that's not going to be like, homie just got paid. Let me get in on some of that. Not that person. Ask the people that you can trust. And you have them regardless of whether you want to admit it or not, right? So, again, giving back is different than giving it all back, right? And if you don't know, ask somebody. Last thing I want to share with you guys, again, thank you so much for all of the prayers and well wishes for my mama. It's with her now, right? And I just wanted to share with you guys, as I've started praying, I think my prayers look a little bit different. They sound a little bit different than other people's, but that's okay. So last night I get home, it's like, I don't know, it's after 10, it's cold, I get in the car, I'm heading home and just, processing stuff. And my mom comes on my mind. Wonder where she is. Wonder what she's doing. Hope she's safe. Has she figured this out yet? And then I'm like, all right, well, I should do what I've asked everybody else to. And that's when my mom or I or whatever, like when you have that thought, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go, say a prayer, put a prayer up, right? Again, it's free. It doesn't hurt anything. So, and now that I realize it works, like, yeah, you should really do it. So, again, for me, that looks like me just having a conversation. Like, yo, God, Dios, it's Rob. You there? And, usually there's not a formal acknowledgement, right? But, so I'm driving down the road. I'm like, look, let's just start with all of the things that I have to be thankful for. I try to have the conversation very similar to the conversations I have with my children. That when my kids come up and they're like, hey, Dad, thanks for all this stuff. I'm like, okay, this feels good. Are they going to ask me for something? Usually there's a request, right? But in that conversation, it's like, look, man, you're well aware of what's going on with my mom, and you're well aware that she's put herself in this situation, just like we all usually do, right? But can you please help her? Please try one more time to remind her of all of the blessings she's received. How many times her life has been spared, and that your plan for her is not for her to live like this. So, and then we had a conversation. I'm like, look, it's her fear. Like, her fear's got her, right? She thinks she's going to run out of stuff, whatever. And I'm not the guy to fix that, right? All I'm going to do is pray for this, that, and the other. But then in my conversation in my prayer, I'm like, hey, I know you don't need me to tell you how to do your job. This is just a suggestion. We know fear's a liar, and it sounds like her fear has gotten big and strong and has really taken over, got a firm grip on her reality. So how about we send the good news over there, i.e. the Holy Spirit, the juice, whatever you want to call it. But let's have it take on, let's have it be like Mike Tyson, right? And go get that MF or fear and just take care of this once and for all. Just kick his ass, right? Like, I'm done messing around with you. She doesn't need all this stuff. Get out. Go away. You're not welcome here anymore. And so we'll see, right? He might be knocking on the door right now. MJ's still going to have to answer the door, and she's going to have to listen. She's going to have to take action. So that's all we can do, right? So I think I am done for the morning. So hands up, peace out. We are better together. Stay tuned. I'll have some NFL picks for you. And then, I think that's all I got. Have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow. Love you. Bye.